Good Tuesday morning. It is Wendy Hardknack with Hardknack Farms, and we are under severe storm warnings again, or weather watches for late this afternoon. And another thing is tornado after storm, flooding, everything. I know some of you can't even get in your storm shelters. But here's a little tip. You can buy these little solar lights at Walmart for under $1. You can stick them right outside your storm shelter. You can let them charge, and then when you have to get into your storm shelter, you can grab them, get you a little pot full of sand, and stick the little pokey things in the sand. If you don't have the sand, if this gets stuck in the ground, you're running out of time, just grab them and stick them down in the sand in your little pot in your cellar. They will stay lit for a long time. If you want to, you can keep the little tab, put the tab in there and just use a few of the solar lights, and they will last for several hours. And that's just a little tip. You also want a first aid kit. I worked disaster services for the Murrah bombing and the May 3rd tornado. And the May 3rd tornado was pretty scary because the kids and I had just moved back from Cartersville, Georgia. We were in a 2-bedroom apartment. All of our stuff was in storage in Tuttle, Oklahoma, and the tornado come through Bridge Creek and Newcastle and on Namor, and it killed a lot of people. There was a lot of damage. I surveyed the damage for Bridge Creek and Newcastle, and I saw things I just never want to see. Every one of the stores, there's a bug flying around my eye. Every one of the stores was sold out of shovels, rakes, batteries, first aid, trash bags, bottled water, baby wipes, diapers, you name it. I had a little baby at the time, so it was quite stressful, and we weren't prepared for that. Everything we owned was in storage, and everything at the stores were sold out. I drove everywhere. The electricity was off for a few days. It was just not pretty, and at that time I did not have a cell phone, and my ex-husband at the time was in Georgia still. So needless to say, I now prepare. Another thing you want to do is put your pictures, your medicine, everything in Ziploc bags, and store your pictures in a Rubbermaid container and put them in your storm shelter. This will prevent you from losing things that cannot be replaced. If you have valuables that you don't want to be destroyed, get a safety deposit box at a bank. They're pretty secure. Another thing you can do is make sure you have important documentation. Have all that ready. You just want to be prepared. Have first aid. If you can get a little portable toilet. You don't know how long you're going to be in there, which most people register their storm shelters in Oklahoma so people know where you're at. Family members know where we're at, but when there's a tornado and there's mass chaos and destruction, landmarks and street signs and everything are gone. You have no idea where you're at. So it's always good to be prepared and have a plan. If you have animals, you want to make sure you have a Tupperware or a Rubbermaid container for their food, and have plenty of water for them as well. It's just best to have everything that you can possibly think of, at least for a day or so, just in case. Because like the May 3rd, there was mass destruction in a very long range of area, and there was a lot of people trying to help people, but a lot of the resources were going to find people, and it took a few days on some of those. So you just want to be prepared. Have some food. If you have a dehydrator and can dehydrate some food, that's always best. Make sure you have your protein and your fruit and healthy stuff, raisins, stuff like that. Supplements and your oils, for goodness sakes. You cannot let your oils get blown away by a tornado. So they are in my bug out bag, ready to get into the storm shelter. I also have crates for my animals in the storm shelter as well. That way, if it's really bad, I get my little ones in there ahead of time, and then I can just grab my dog and the cats. So you just need to be prepared. But these little solar lights are ideal, and they do make these little lanterns that you can charge. I think it's like 15 hours. Don't quote me on that. It's been a while since I looked at it, but have that charged. Have you a bag where your tablet, your iPad, your cell phones, have all your cords. And they do make chargeable things you can take in your cellar with you. So make sure you have your loved ones know where you're at, and be very prepared for this season. We have just been inundated with storms and storms. It's ridiculous. It's kind of stressing me out. Also, I have a bag for my garden seeds, because after the wildfire in 2014 and losing everything, there are varieties that you just can't get again. So you want to be prepared. I hope this helps. It's just a little tip. It's always better to be over-prepared than under-prepared. So I hope you don't have to need these things, and I hope you do not have any destruction or have to get in your shelter. But Mother Nature's in charge, and we have no control over her. So you just have to be ready. God bless you, and I hope y'all are going to have a great week. It's spring, and I'm tired of these storms. I'm ready to get in the garden and get busy. So y'all have a blessed week.